All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Washington Redskins. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's going to air one out into a double team, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Let's go. Let's go, 15. Hey, let's settle in. Come on, we'll do it. 8. Let's go. Let's go, 15. Slot.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Geis, they'll try to run it. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey, let's roll. Go right.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They will take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
shorty, shorty.
Wentz to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Lion.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Let's go. Go. Check.
Now a toss play. It's a jive. And he's got room. And he's brought down after a good game. That good for 22 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Black.
On second down, here's Wentz. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
81.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Let's go. Great. Grab. Sunday.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey, ram.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Let's go. 15, 52, 45.
They start on the ground with Geis. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up. Hey, slot.
On second down, here's Smith. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Third down, here's Geis. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They are going for it. It's Smith. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Right there. Oh, shit, baby. Hey, on.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
15. Hey, back up.
Here's Smith now on second down. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out.
Let's go. Regular. 15. Rim. Yellow. Going.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
12. Hey, back up.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Back up.
2nd and 10, Smith again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Third and long, it's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deeper. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go. Let's go, 15.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out and out come the Eagles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit up.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Let's go. Let's go, 15. Let's go. Go.
On first down, this is Geis. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
15, yeah.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And some space here as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Smith. They're able to locate Wilson. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Following the play, it's Geis. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Let's go, 15.
On the ground, Geis. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. They run with Geis. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Throwing is Wentz. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Let's go, great. Great 15, great 15. List 5-7, list 5-7.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wallace. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
81.
Wentz to throw again. Throw right side, taken in by Wallace. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Mike Wallace. In the final seconds of the first half, and the Eagles get a score closer. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now here's Johnson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. This fielded at the 2. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return. So out now come the Redskins. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Orange. Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up. Yellow, yellow.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Yellow, yellow.
Play action. It's Smith. And the pressure gets to him again. Jordan Hicks in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go down and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Now Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll be marked down deep in Washington territory. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Keeps himself upright. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now Wentz. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
Let's go.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st down, Smith. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Smith on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Now he's forced out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Off to Geis on the screen. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And a screen only good for 3 that time, but it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here's Wentz to throw. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. On first down, Wentz. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now Smith, eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up first and 10.
Shorty.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
The timing and the faking on that play was so good, you almost think you're at a magical act, right? The magician has shown you something, and then you realize it's not really there. He's created an illusion, and the illusion was they were going to throw the football. Looked like a pass play. Instead, it turned into a draw. Offensive lineman able to get out in front.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Black. Great.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll bring up a third down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you'd set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey with his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here come the Redskins now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Black, come on. Lion. Black, come on.
They run with Ajayi. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Go.
Here's Ajayi. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Elliott puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, back up. Hey, block.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it right side to Dodson. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Hey, back up. Good list. Orange.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And Wilson has it. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
Yeah. Slot. Hey, back up.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Got a man. That's Quinn. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Hey, on. Tiger. Hey, slot. Hey, back up.
Again, Smith. Flushed out right. Complete. Richardson has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Let's go, 15.
Geis receives the pitch, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Let's go, 15.
They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. This defense making some plays right now, aren't they?
And they look like a group that really locked in before this series started. Read their scouting reports, got back to reading their keys, and playing with excellent leverage up front.
He's back to throw. Escape, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chris Long in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are likely going to win it. So they'd converted their first 2 fourth-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
On the ball. Drag it.
This is Clinton. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Again, they'll run it again at Sproles. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 11. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
Hey, on. Good list. Orange. Hey, back up. Hey, slot. Liz. Orange.
One last throw here for Smith. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this